Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to do a complete midterm Elliott Waves analysis on HBAR's price chart, and I'm going to tell you based on this recent move up why Hedera is now looking extremely bullish, and basically it has confirmed my primary scenario indicating this whole move is a correction and we are absolutely primed to have yet another magnificent phase of the bull run. But before all that, if you remember the last time that we talked about Hedera, we were right in here and we said if you want to be optimistic, then okay, what you want to see is a continuation of this move up, and then you need to wait a little bit more and see a very slow move down. We said specifically what you do not want to see is a strong move down from the current areas in order to take this important slope down here, because at that point that's going to confirm that we are having, instead of a 5-wave, just a simple A, B, C zigzag. And well, this means our move down is not over yet. And unfortunately, the bearish count played out. And this is exactly why I keep saying in every single video, please, number one, wait for a 5-wave on the upside to get complete. And number two, that's not going to be a buy or long opportunity. You need to wait for a very slow move down. And then, okay, assuming that you are able to identify the subwaves, fair enough, it can be a long opportunity. And in HBAR, we definitely did not have it. Let's go now on H1 time frame. Okay, let's zoom out a bit more and hide everything. So, as you can see, in Hedera, we didn't actually take the lowest low down here. And this is very important. You see, you are, I think, able to find like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave impulsive structure down. And since in this phase we went very close to the lows, you can argue maybe this was like a truncated 5-wave and the final low in Hedera is already in. Also, the fact that we are able to identify from this point a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and also we are able to identify a 5-wave in here and in this initial phase up is a very good sign, suggesting, look, this might be on a higher degree 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is great, and it suggests the final low in Hedera is already in. So again, these are very much bullish signs, but it's not actually the sign that at the moment I'm thinking about. No, you see, if you want to argue that maybe we have hit our final top around this area, and let's say this is like a very important resistance, then okay, off of the highest side, you need to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave on the downside. Now, this specific example is an impulse. Rules for it are, we should not have overlapping of the waves between our wave 4 and 2, and in any kind of 5-wave, this is a key, wave 3 is not allowed to be the smallest wave. Now, sometimes we can have other kinds of 5-waves, and in this specific example, we want to talk about something called an expanding leading diagonal, and it looks like this. This is our initial move down into 1, correction for wave 2, big move down into wave 3, it has to be bigger than 1, correction for 4, it's going to be bigger than wave 2, and also, unlike this impulse, in here we must have overlapping of the waves between our wave 2 and 4, and this is another move down into wave 5, and it must be the biggest wave in this structure. Now, let's go on the live chart and practice what we have learned so far. There we go. Let's go on maybe H4 time frame. There we go. Okay. So, in my opinion, the overall scenario in Hedera is 1000% bullish, and in fact, the recent move up did kind of confirm that. You see, I think this is probably from this point to about here, a very strong 5-wave up into a wave 1, and followed by that, even back then, I was saying, look, one way or the other, it seems like that this whole move is a correction structure, but now it is confirmed that it's correction. Let's go on a less busy chart, maybe from Coinbase. There we go. So, here's a very important point. In this phase up, in the last, let's say, 72 hours, we actually took this important high. And why does that matter? Because now, if you want to be like 100% bearish in Hedera, then you have to be able to find a complete 5-wave in this phase down, and it is actually not possible. Why is that? Okay, question. I think we can all agree that this is your best shot at finding a 5-wave, and this can be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-wave on the downside. However, can you actually argue this is a 5-wave? You see, I think we can all agree that there is clear-cut overlapping of the waves between our wave 4 and 2, and also wave 4 seems to be bigger than wave 2. So this narrows our option to only one and only one choice, an expanding leading diagonal. However, if you remember earlier, we said in an expanding leading diag, wave 5 is the biggest wave. But is it the case in here or not? Let's just measure our wave 5 from this point to about here and compare to, let's say, our wave 3. As you can see, it absolutely is not the biggest wave. So what is it that I'm trying to say? Since in this phase up in Hedera, we took this important high, now we should find a 5 wave to about here if we want to be bearish. However, even that scenario is not possible, and it means overall, yes, indeed, we are having a correction structure in here. And what's next? Probably another beautiful phase of the bull run, and we can prepare for like maybe even a 3 to possibly 500% move on the upside in HBAR. The recent move up did sort of kind of confirm that scenario. Now, it's very important to understand that our move up is just not going to be straight. No, nothing goes up or down in a straight line. The road to get there might be a bit bumpy, but again, the general trend is going to, in my view, remain absolutely bullish. And that, my friends, is why I am so optimistic. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Hedera. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.